easy to make kefir water. This is the jar. You need some raw sugar. And you need 4 teaspoons of raw sugar. Now just guessing, that looks like about 2.5. Another 2, that's 4 sugars. So we put the sugar in, and it needs to dissolve. If there's a fast way, I suppose, have a little bit of sugar, try and dissolve it. Wooden spoon. Well, we've got that. But you don't want to get hot water on the kefir crystals. A little bit of salt in. Here we have some salt. Here we have some baking soda. 1, 2, 3. 1 dash of baking soda. You put 6 spoonfuls of kefir water in. First, you put a little bit more of this in. A lovely looking crystal. Rinsing the kefir crystals to get all the sugar, all the bits and pieces that we don't want away from them. Right. Then we put in the kefir crystals. 2 tablespoons, 4 tablespoons, 6 tablespoons. It doesn't hurt to put in a little bit of eggshell. There's a piece of eggshell. We need a lemon. So chop up a lemon. We'll put half a lemon in there. There we go. We don't know what's on the skin, so we take the skin off. Something else we put in, we can put in sultanas, but if we don't want to use fruit from a vine, we don't use sultanas, we use apricots. And I've got a little bag of apricots. One, 2, and dried apricots. And when they float to the top, then you know it's ready. Now it's got to breathe, so we don't fill it up too much. I'll just fill it up to the start of the screw. And that's all there is to it. Check it out after 24 hours, give it another little bit of a stir, and then after 48 ready. Isn't that simple? With a lid like this, you don't want it to rust. Use a paper towel. Put it on the top there. Grab the lid. It doesn't have to be airtight because the kefir likes to breathe. There we go. That's easy to make kefir water. We've got it out of the jar, through the sieve, and into this bowl. Put it in a bottle that we've washed. Put some sterilising water in. Brushed it out if it was dirty. And so it's very clean to put the bottle with a just clean cap, clean plastic. Use a toothbrush to clean that. Put boiling water in here. Make sure it's not cold when you put the boiling water on. Shake it up a bit. And it's ready. Now, because if it's cold and you put boiling water on it, it could crack. We don't want it to be too bland. We want it to have some flavour. And I've got some plums. Black Doris plums. Give them a wipe. Just cut it up. Cut it into strips that fit into the bottle. Push them in. and then you've got it. You can also put ginger in, you can put many things in, but you'll need to remember that this is a bacteria, and if you put some things in that destroy bacteria, it'll destroy it even though it's a good one. So you've got to be careful. Like if you put honey in, honey is antibacterial. So when you have a lot of antibacterial things, you've got to follow them up with some good bacteria. Good bacteria. And then you can heal and be nourished and fight illness. If it's looking a little bit pale, if you think there's hardly any sugar in there, you can add a teaspoon of sugar. Keep the process working. But you need good bacteria, because if you have no bacteria, then you might not be able to heal. That might be very bad for your immune system. Here we are. It's got a little bit of a brown tinge, so it means that there's still sugar in there. So it'll be still feeding from the sugar, from the jar water that had been in the cupboard for maybe 48 hours. You don't want to have it any longer than 48 hours. You have it at 72 hours at the most, because once it's eaten up all the sugar, the reaction stops. So we put this in the cupboard. We put that in the cupboard, then after a couple of days, or 24 hours, a couple of days, put it in the fridge to cool down, and this is what we have. This is the finished product. It'll be quick, nice fizzy, The carbon and gas is built up. It's not all converted, it's still building up, the gas, and that makes it very nice and fizzy. Nice and preserved, and the plum's still lovely to eat.